Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang Podcast. Hi, guys, and welcome back to episode 41 of the Whole Shebang, our mermaid episode.
And today we are with Mermaid Viktoria.
Hello, everybody.
So, Vic, you've met our friend Vicky in a previous episode. Do you want to reintroduce yourself a little bit? Give them an idea of why you're a mermaid?
Sure. So, my name is Mermaid Viktoria. I'm sure, as you know, I am one of the strange friends that Ricky and Bailey have. I'd say my mermaid journey has been my entire life. I've officially had a tail for 10 years now. For me, it started when I was a kid. I was always the kid in the pool, in the lake, didn't matter. The temperature did not apply to me. Always told I swam like a fish. And one day I thought, why not roll with it?
That's fair. I remember in high school, you really wanted a tail, and you kept looking at them online, and it was like a thing. It was like, yes. When's Vicky getting her tail?
Yes, I saw it in the magazine. The UK used to have a couple branches of magazines. One was Fairy Magazine, the Fae Magazine, and then they came out with like a 5 little, like maybe 6 issue, all dedicated to things mermaid. So the first time I'd ever seen somebody like with a tail in a magazine was featuring the Mertailor, who is very, very beautiful tails and very expensive.
Is that the one where they're like designer tails?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was specifically looking at the time when he was just producing like the silicone tails. Very lovely. His work is just like chef's kiss. Still to this day I follow him like, oh, look at him, he's doing so well. But yeah.
Let's start off a little bit by talking about what mermaids are. So what is a mermaid? Do you believe a mermaid is the top half of a woman or the bottom?
Okay, that makes it so much easier. So the mermaid is actually in the heart.
Okay.
You can have a tail, you can flop around, you can not have a tail, it doesn't matter, but everything comes back to what's in your heart. And I say that because mermaiding is, without trying to sound mean, mermaiding is a lifestyle, it's a passion, it's everything that you put your body and soul into. You have a passion for water conservation. You love just being in the water. You want to protect the oceans, the surrounding waterways. It's knowing about the Great Lakes. It's educating people about that other watery realm that we share. It's literally on our doorstep if you walk out this house. So I think that's where things kind of get dicey. It's because people will be like, well, I'm a mermaid because I have a tail. But they don't put any behind-the-scenes work into the conservation or just having those conversations with people about the environment and protecting it.
Well, no, I know.
Everyone always asks me. It's a really common question that I get. And it's like, well, just because you have a tail, it's like just because you have legs doesn't make you a good human. Just because you have a tail doesn't make you a good mermaid.
Fair enough. Do you get asked to sing a lot?
Surprisingly, no.
Interesting.
Older gentlemen will have fun with me and they're like, no siren songs today? As they walk by, like, covering their ears, and I'll be sitting on my rock being like, oh no, not today, sir, don't worry. Just making a splash and having fun. And they're like, well, you look great. Go enjoy your day.
That's amazing. Because I would assume you would be asked a lot.
No.
Is it with the Little Mermaid that the idea that the siren and the mermaid kind of become one, where it's about the voice, or do you know that?
Media-wise, I would say yeah. That's when people started associating mermaids with singing versus the siren.
Because historically they're different.
In the sense that sirens don't have a tail. They are, I think it's scary half-bird women, are they not?
Yeah.
Like, they've got feathers. They're no scales.
Oh, see, I had always thought sirens had tails. So I was going to ask you later on what the difference between them. So this is perfect.
So that's very much changed. So I want to say, like, tracing it back to, like, Greek mythology, mermaids were their own thing, and that's, want to say, started kind of with Poseidon's son Triton, because he was the first one to really have that male upper body of, like, a human or a god, and then going into a tail.
Mythologically.
Yeah.
We have some in Mesopotamia earlier.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, there's also, I think it's like Tiamat, right?
She's more like she's more like an evil ocean spirit goddess lady. There are actually depictions of half men, half mermaid, like half fish people.
Yeah.
But it's still relatively late, like first millennium. So
yeah. It depends on where you're looking back. But like with the Greeks, it was the sirens.
Yes.
I recall something like that. It's been a while.
The sirens on the rocks, and they tied him to the mast with the cotton in the ears or the wax so he couldn't hear.
Yes.
Yeah, I do believe that was Odysseus. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my mind is going instantly to the Sinbad movie.
Correct. There's also that. But I want to say the Little Mermaid specifically with Disney kind of married the beautiful voice and the mermaid together, because before that, mermaids were like, I want to say like a harbinger of doom, because that's not quite it, depending on like which culture you're looking at. Sometimes they were like, it's a good omen. Other times it was like, it's gonna get bad real fast. More of a tit for tat, but a mermaid was nicer than a siren.
Fair enough. Because sirens, can't they like change into what you desire or something like that? Or like their song just pulls you in?
I want to say depending on the lore, yes, because it's almost like a glamour.
Should have done more research before I
hear the song and you kind of see what you want, and it's like that promise of whatever you're looking for, and then you hop in the water and then you're dinner. Usually. No. You don't usually get to walk back out. That's the bottom line. And that could be because maybe you can't swim or they grab you.
Fair enough. I just know mermaids were one of those like unicorns when they started doing the Age of Discovery that they were obsessed with trying to find. And they started sewing fish to monkeys and taxidermy.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
See, my favorite one of that is, I want to say it was Christopher Columbus. Like when he went down to the southerns of I'm going to not call it the lower border of where we live. And he saw like manatees for the first time. And he's like, it's a mermaid. And I'm like, I love manatees. They're so pudgy. Don't know how you thought that was a woman, but good on you. Very imaginative.
I mean, he's probably just determined to try to find some more money somewhere. And he's like, look, there's mermaids.
You know what? Whatever he had to do, whether, like...
I mean, they took narwhal horns and said, look, they're unicorns.
Horns. Yes. Yes.
I love people. I love historical people. They're just... the things they try to pass off.
Okay, but, like, who's gonna, like...
check?
Well, first, yeah, sure, check, because that's a heck of a journey to make. Like, who's gonna, like, you can't be fact-checked.
It's true.
But, like...
can't get away with that anymore.
You know, a horse with a horn or a whale with a tusk sticking out of its head.
I mean, fair enough. I feel like there's still people who don't believe narwhals are real.
Yes, lots of people actually ask me, A, if narwhals are real, B, if I've seen one. I've not seen a narwhal. That is on my list I'd really like to. We're going to see where life actually takes me. But yeah, I also have a lot of people who come up to me and be like, do you know that narwhals are real? And I just kind of look at them like, yeah, I do. Do you know that narwhals are real? They're like, I just thought that they were plushies and like they were this made-up creature. And I'm like, no, that one, surprisingly, is based in fact.
I was going to say, hasn't National Geographic at some point, I'm sure they've done a thing on narwhals.
Do you think people look at National Geographic, Bailey? You're putting a lot of faith in people actually looking at things.
Well, in my unicorn research, I had to find out about narwhals.
We're going off topic, but I love this. This is like the time we rambled about dragons.
So to be fair, unicorns and mermaids go hand in hand for everything.
Right? I had written speeches on unicorns. Thank you very much.
I thought for a minute you were going to say fan fiction, but I was like, I thought you only wrote werewolf fan fiction.
Only werewolf fan fiction. Unicorns I did research on for speeches because I was trying to prove their existence in Germany. It was in grade school that I had to write a speech, and I was like, I will choose unicorns. And so I did a bunch of research on them, and there was a mountain, I forget what it's called now, in Germany, that they had allegedly found unicorn bones. I really can't remember the rest of the speech because I was like 9. But yeah, they were holding it in a museum, different like lengths of unicorn horn that they had found.
I'm surprised he didn't go with Scotland. I'm pretty sure that's like their national animal.
Yeah. I also listened to and thought the song by the Irish Rovers, The Last Unicorn.
It makes sense.
God is a dick. He left the unicorn behind in the flood and just flooded them all and died.
Weren't they busy frolicking and not paying attention?
Yeah, they were, as they were trying to load all animals onto the boat. And they were like, blasted unicorns. And then they had to leave, and the unicorns are sitting there, and they just played their day away. I thought that was real, to teach their own.
Childhood you would have been so fun. I would have had you believing in everything.
I did believe in everything
I
as a
really
child.
did.
I had the National Geographic books that they used to make on animals. Sometimes they had like one book, one animal, and it was like a child picture book, and it would tell you all about them. And I remember I had looked up a certain kind of weasel, and I thought it was super cute, so I went and I set up a chair in the middle of our field, wanting to capture one. And I had like my little book out there, and I had like my bait 5 feet away, and I was waiting for the weasel to come out, and this weasel is probably, it is not native to Canada. It is somewhere else, but I thought, well, it says they live in woods,
Okay.
and I live by woods, and that was my reasoning as to catching this weasel. Never did.
I mean, you
but
probably had a better chance than I did at catching the tooth fairy, and there were a lot of traps, and my parents were not happy.
Just imagine little Raquel making little like snares and stuff.
See, I aspired to be Team Rocket when I was a kid, so I used to put traps up everywhere. Yeah. So I got a lot of fishing line, and my room was already a mess, but it became a death hazard. And my mom got fed up.
Oh no!
She couldn't do it. She's like, I can't do this anymore. You're too old. I was like 8. She's like, I'm done. It was only the tooth fairy I wanted to catch, though. I didn't really care about the rest of them. I was obsessed with fairies. So I was going to catch that tooth fairy. I had like a little jack-o'-lantern ready to fall on her. Yeah. It was a good day. I spent hours putting that together just for my mom to ruin it all in 5 little words.
Flowers are your laws.
Thank you. That's the day the happiness died.
Wow.
See, I could turn anything dark. What's your favorite mermaid movie?
Aquamarine.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Bailey, do you have a mermaid movie?
I think the only mermaid movie I've really watched is The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That can't be true.
I'm a unicorn person. I'm not a mermaid person.
Hold head. Travel back in time with me, people. Grade 9. We're standing outside waiting for the bus. You shared your music with me, and you were playing Summertime Dives from Aquamarine, and you're like, yeah, I have the whole Aquamarine soundtrack. It's on iTunes. I was like, there's no way. And then I downloaded it because it was definitely there. So,
Okay.
I feel like you've seen Aquamarine. You might not remember it, but you knew the soundtrack, and we talked about it.
I knew the soundtrack, but I am very, very music inclined. I won't watch the TV, but I will listen to the soundtrack. Like Hamilton, never seen it. I will listen to the soundtrack.
Okay.
So if the soundtrack's good, I do remember I've probably seen snippets of Aquamarine, but I haven't sat down and watched it because if I remember correctly, it was kind of like H2O. I remember, is that one?
Yeah, no, that's one.
Yeah.
I'd say.
But like I'd see
Why is that
commercials, and if it would come on to the TV, I might have watched it at some point, but I wasn't invested. So that's probably where I heard the song and started listening to the music. What about you, Raquel?
I don't have one, but I probably Aquamarine. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've watched it, though. Movie night.
I was like, I'm gonna fix both of you. We're gonna do something. It's okay.
We could do a mythical creature movie night. Because I have unicorn movies that no one's ever heard of them, especially one with a really sketched out leprechaun.
I was supposed to bring the Princess and the Goblin, and I will be bringing that with me when I come back here. And I'm going to make Bailey watch it because she's never seen it.
I'm going to invite myself and watch it with you.
That's fine. That's fine. I also want to make her watch Peter and the Wolf because
Ew.
you ruined me, and I
sorry.
had to watch that. Yeah, it's traumatizing. That wolf is terrifying. Dies.
I was like in the Black Cauldron. I can't remember when I saw it. But when... Or no, sorry, not the Black Cauldron. The Dark Crystal. When the guy dies in the beginning, just the way they do it, I had nightmares about that guy just like disintegrating in his bed. Like, and he just dies. And they were the creepiest looking thing. Like, fantastic movie. But scarred me in childhood.
Fair. Let's go back to mermaids. Favorite book? I haven't read many mermaid books except for the one that traumatized me. Yeah, you.
Which one did I make you?
I don't even remember what it was called, but it was the really depressing one where she dies and turns into a mermaid. Yeah.
Well, that was Lost Voices, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that one was...
I did not care for the ending of that one. Yep, I did not care for the ending of it.
Did you read all 3?
Yep.
I thought it wasn't terrible. It got a little better.
It was dark.
I didn't say it wasn't dark. I said it got a little better. Yeah, don't
The
take
first
my words.
book is definitely the worst one.
It's just the hardest.
There's a lot of trauma.
It's just the hardest because it gives you all of the trauma, and then book 2 is more trauma, but also trying to fix other traumas.
Yeah.
And then 3 is a hard stance for a lot of things, but it's definitely worth the read if you are interested.
Yeah, I was gonna stop after 1, and then Titi says, but I have the other 2 books. So the 2 of you conspired together to force me to read trauma.
Sorry. Not sorry.
And it stays with me now. Every time I swim, I'm like, I could be like one of those really depressing mermaids.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that then. Oh. I can't remember the name of the book. I want to say it's Deep Blue for some reason. And that doesn't sound right in my brain, but it's by Jennifer Donnelly.
What's it about? Is it more trauma? I can tell by your smiley face that it's more trauma.
It is, but it's interesting.
At least when Bailey recommends books, there's no trauma.
No, that's only shows.
How do I say it nicely? It's like, okay, different mermaid kingdoms. Obviously, because what is it, like 72% of the earth is covered in water or something? So obviously different mermaid kingdoms. Mermaids from all over the world, which is really cool. One specific kingdom comes and falls like under attack. And the princess, who sadly does lose some family members in those first few chapters, and her friend escape. And they have to make it to, I don't even remember where. They have to make it to the specific place though, and there are others from around the world who have to meet them there. Like this is like a fate calling kind of chosen one thing. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting because all of the kingdoms have their own issues, but they all come together to kind of battle like the bigger evil. But it's neat because you see the different mermaids from, I want to say just, like you have your stereotypical where you think like Little Mermaid, where it's like, yeah, top half, bottom half is a fishtail. It's got like iridescent scales. But there's another one where I want to say they say that she's like a Naga, which is kind of like Indian Hindu, where it's not a fishtail. It's more, hers is more described kind of like an eel.
Okay,
but
interesting.
Yeah, it is. And then you see like freshwater mermaids. Like there's one person that you meet, and you're I think like up the Mississippi River or something, and they just turn her like into a hick mermaid who has catfish, and that's like her cattle. And the catfish are very precious to her. She's not the main character, but she just sticks out in my head. But it's really interesting. I really liked that one. That one was good.
We can add that to our Whole Shebang book club list.
Yeah.
The other one that I liked, which is lighter, this is nice, this is pretty, this is fluffy, and I bought it because the cover of the book had a person with tealy blue-green lipstick, eyes, and matching hair. It looked really pretty, hyper-realistic. But the Forgive My Fins series. Tropical, very nice, and it's a romantic comedy is how I would put it. And it's like based in high school, so like all the tropes, all the funny, silly little things, but still heartwarming to read. It sits on my shelf. They have 2 extended little like novellas about different characters in that world, and they've gone and I like them.
Okay. New book recommendation?
Yeah.
To add to the ever-growing reading list.
Ever-growing, yeah.
I'd apologize, but like you can just raid my shelf for mermaid books. Just be like, I want this one now.
Yeah, I will. Don't you worry. As long as it's not trauma.
Ew. That's I'm like, no, like literally the cover is bright and rainbowy. Like here.
Yeah, because the last one you recommended me was they commit and then they turn into mermaids when they're really depressed and have horrible experiences.
Kind of.
Bailey's like, what are you talking about?
You can wear that one.
You can read this one. It's really depressing.
You'll be fine. It'll be okay. You'll love it.
Get the book back. It's all tear-stained and
Oh, yeah.
snot holding the pages together.
It was bad. There's a lot of very harsh themes.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that Judy
Trigger
also has
warnings.
read it all is a little concerning.
Again, looking back and reading it, I don't remember if there were actually trigger warnings anywhere posted in that book. There definitely should have been. Like, there definitely...
You handed it to
Should've
me and you're
been.
like, good luck.
Yeah.
And was this a child's book? Like, for younger ages?
Like, I was reading it in high school.
Probably like a teen. Yeah.
Trigger warning. Because, like, I would expect those in adult novels and not be given a trigger warning.
I mean, the themes it deals with
Still should
are
be done,
very
but...
adult.
very adult.
But one of the reasons that I really like that one, and I guess another reason that I really like to Forgive My Fins, the third book for that trauma one, though, really circles back to the importance of protecting the oceans, protecting the environment. And the way that they go about it, not great, but definitely proves a point, and they get what they want in the end, and I think that's really nice, especially because today it's just such a hot mess. And, like,
Yeah.
I say this, like, I watch a lot of documentaries. This is part of being a mermaid. You just go like, oh, yes, the newest ocean documentary. Let's sit down and absorb. But, like, I watched one on Disney Plus. It was called SOS, and I think it was, like, Save Our Seas, but it was featuring the vaquita, which are, like, a small porpoise that live, I want to say, off the coast of Mexico. And I don't think that's right for some reason, but endangered. A couple weeks ago, like, end of 2025, my husband was listening to some TikTok video, and it was like, here's 5 good things about the end of this year. And I'm listening, and the vaquitas actually made a comeback, and I dropped my thing. I'm like, oh my God, the vaquita are gonna be okay. And he looks at me, he's like, what's a vaquita? I'm like, well, it's like a little porpoise, and they were really endangered, and now they were putting things in place so that they could be safe. And he's like, you would be the person to know what a vaquita is. I'm just like,
Yep.
yeah, that would be me. Yeah. I watched the whole documentary, babe, and I gave him the lowdown. He's like, well, I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy that you're excited that this good news is happening. And I'm like, thanks, babe. Hey, you know what?
Let's go back to you being a mermaid. So you teach swim lessons.
I do.
Is it fun? Is it rewarding? Do you watch people try not to drown all day and just kind of laugh maniacally to yourself? Like, what
All
does
of
that...
the above, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lie to you. No, I love it. Locally, I taught swim lessons for just under a decade with Learn to Swim for normal humans. And in between when I started that career, I was doing my own mermaid lessons intermittently. I've decided to shift my focus to mermaid lessons because that one really, really fills my bucket. And that's because, like, yeah, I definitely will teach you how to swim like a mermaid, but, like, I will introduce you to the mermaid culture. I will talk to you about where you get your fins from, how different brands have different types of qualities of things. I'll tell you what I highly recommend, which is Fin Fun for your first tail. When you want to go above that, I definitely recommend Fin Folk. Very fun, very nice. But I bring in the holistic side because I answer all of your mermaiding questions, whether that's just like, can you do this trick, or what are your thoughts on this weird animal over here? And it's like, yep, here are my thoughts. I would recommend, if you want to learn more about this, I'll give you like 5 recommendations for documentaries to watch, like an article to read, a book maybe. It's not just about the swimming for me. It's about, like, if you want to do this, here's everything else that comes with it. So I talk to them and like, hey, so like, where do you swim? Like, are you involved in beach cleanups? Are you aware of like the damage sunscreen does to coral reefs? And I know that's like, we're Thunder Bay. We don't have coral reefs. That's nowhere near us. But the thought process is that the regular sunscreen that people use destroys the coral reefs. We don't have reefs in Thunder Bay, but that same sunscreen is used here. So what does it destroy in our own ecosystem? Like, what you're doing over here tropically, you should also be trying to do locally. So it's opening that way of thinking that we should be making changes here as well.
Makes sense.
And like, some people like it, some people are like, yeah, not really my scene. I'm like, doesn't have to be your scene, but if you're gonna be a mermaid, you have to tell people don't pollute the water. Like, there are little staples that people will see you, whether you want to interact with them or not, they're gonna want to interact with you because you are a mermaid and you are the coolest thing that they've seen today. And it might be a kid and it might be an adult. So you've got to be able to give a little bit of wisdom with them. Because, like, here, we swim in a pool, sure, but the pod and I, we swim Lake Superior, we swim the different rivers and waterways. Like, we'll be crossing Centennial Bridge, and we'll be swimming under the bridge on the rocks. We pull garbage while we swim. We will hike into the Cascades, bring our baggies, collect garbage from where we swim, and then bring the garbage back out with us. take care of the places you swim, take care of the places that you want to go.
Introduce them more into the mermaid lifestyle. So it's not just the swimming, it's the whole...
It's the everything.
It's everything. It's the lifestyle
It's
of
the
being.
whole shebang.
It is. It really is. And like, because I'm also creative, I make them, I highly recommend.
She thinks
I do. I 100%. I'm like, buy yourself a pretty mermaid journal. And they're like, why? I'm like, because you're going to start writing stuff in it. You're going to write about your own mermaid story, how you became a mermaid. And it can be, all of ours are based in real life, which is really fun. We've added little magical twists, but like they're all based off of experiences that we've had that have brought us to this world. But I'm like, write about a really beautiful place that you went to go swimming. If it was a hike, talk about the hike. Write about a fun experience you had. Maybe you were swimming and a little kid ran up to you and just like plunked in the water beside you and was like, oh my gosh, a mermaid. Like, do you know Ariel? Yes, of course. But it's just a place so that I say like when you're feeling sad or like you're feeling lost, you can go back and flip through it and you can see all of the fun things that you've done and just kind of carry that forward. And knowing that this is, again, whether you want to or not, people are going to interact with you. You are literally making magic for other people.
Fair enough.
Like,
This is a good leadway into my next question, which was your favorite mermaid experience.
oh no.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a good question.
I also want to know, because you just mentioned talking with kids, if you have one that stands out, like an experience with a child or even an adult. You talked about the older people teasing you about being a siren, but I'm just curious if there's like a moment where you could see like real magic happen for somebody.
There's been a lot.
And you do princess things too, or you used to, so that also kind of...
I'm actually going to be Elsa on Saturday.
Oh, Elsa on
Before I
Saturday.
come to your place. One of my favorites, I think, was the first mermaid birthday party I ever got asked to do. It was, I'm going to say a wreck, but it was a wreck on my part. And the reason why, okay, so I got this text out of the blue of like, do you do birthdays? I'm like, yeah, like I can do parties, not a problem. Where am I going? And they're like, you're going to McKenzie Falls. And this was like early on. And I'm like, I don't know where McKenzie Falls actually is. And they're like, oh, like you go here and you hike. And I had to Google Maps this. Google Maps lied. Don't trust Google Maps.
Never.
No. You follow the dirt road till it turns to gravel.
Okay.
That's a great start. And like, you're not driving, you're walking, like you're hoofing it. But this little girl, I think she was like 4 or turning 4 or like had just turned 5. And she wanted to, this was her bucket list for her birthday because she didn't live in town, wanted to eat cupcakes with a giant, swim in a waterfall, and meet a mermaid. And her parents were like, welcome to Thunder Bay.
We could do 2 out of 3.
Oh, no.
They got a
did
giant?
trees. So they hiked part of the sleeping giant and had cupcakes on the sleeping giant with the giant. And they left one
nice.
for him, which was really cool. McKenzie Falls is the only, apparently, like, considered safe waterfall to swim in. I didn't know that. So that was where the party was. And then I was the mermaid. So the plan was that I was going to hike in ahead of them, get set up so when they came, there'd be a mermaid splashing around the pool. I got lost. I ended up at the wrong rock pool, and I called them, and they're like, you know what, we got here, and we'll go in together. I'm like, okay, cool. So like, I stumbled out of the bush, looking like a crazy person. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, I got lost. And they're like, oh man, like, do you want to join us? I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. Like, what brings you guys here? We're going, and we're hiking. So it's like, you park at the McKenzie Inn, like the McKenzie Station, old hotel, whatever it is. You walk around the dirt road trail, follow it down, but the gravel hits once you get to the other side of the forest, not the 3 gravel paths that I went down that take you under the old highway bridge. You have to go under the new highway bridge, which was not distinct. They just crossed the highway bridge, and I'm like, there's 2. Which one is it? Because if I go here, I can definitely see the rock pools. If I go here, I don't know where I'm going. So you follow that down, and you actually hop a couple rocks, and then you get into the forest, and there's a trail. That trail, super easy to follow. Really easy once you're on that trail. So we all walked in together, and then they're like, okay, so we'll get ready. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to slip behind a rock, And I drop myself quickly, rip off the clothes. I got the bathing suit underneath, shimmy into the tail, flop into the water. I swim out from behind the rocks. I just felt like almost out of like the trench area. So like the falls is like back here coming down. There's a small little trench and then it goes into the rock pool. So I kind of like made it look like I swam out of the trench and like up into the rock pool. And like I had walked in with this kid. This kid had no idea I was the same person. And I thought it was really sweet. But she's just like, where'd you come from? I'm like, I came up the rock, like pool by pool, like salmon. Like, how did you get here? Like, no one's supposed to be here today. And she's like, well, it's my birthday and I'm here to swim. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And it's like slipped right into it. She had her little puddle jumper on, so like she came in the water with me swimming. She was super comfortable, so I was able to like have her hold my shoulders and like I swam with her. I pulled her with the puddle jumper, kind of swishing back and forth, and she had an excellent time. And then when they went to leave, I'm like, oh, like if I you know say my spell, can I walk out with you guys as humans? Because it's really hard to swim back down because the rocks are sharp. I cut myself a couple of times coming up because she had asked about it. I'm like, yeah, so this is actually a scar. Like, I got hooked and then the hook dragged up and then they stitched it. So that's why I got this line here. She's like, well, what about that one? I'm like, well, that one was from a rock. So like I hid behind the rock again and I said my little magic words and I threw my clothes back on and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. She grabbed my hand. She held it the whole way back to the car. Aww. And like, as like a little thank you, I think I gave her a business card so that if they needed to call my cell phone, they could totally contact me. And I'm like, anytime you guys are in town, like, text. I'll answer. Doesn't matter the age. I'm here. I think I gave her a shell, a little bottle of necklace of shells that I actually collected from Lake Superior.
Nice.
And a penny from the Bahamas, because all of their coins have different sea animals on it. Their pennies have starfish on them, which is really sweet. And then all the other kids, I think there were only like 3 other kids. Like, they all got a penny for good luck, a shell, and I think they also got a business card because I knew that they were siblings, but like the sibling thing of like, well, she got a card and I didn't get a card. Yeah. So I'm like, no, everyone just gets like the same thing, but the birthday girl gets the extra necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And her mom was just like, oh my God, that was so cool. Like, you literally like made her birthday. And I'm just like, I am so happy as I've got like tiny cuts on me from like the rocks I'm covered in algae. I'm like, I'm so happy your daughter had a great day. Like, this is so great.
But like, what a magical birthday for
that
kid,
like,
right?
Who has this idea of like, I want to eat cupcakes with a giant, I want to swim in a waterfall, and I want to be a mermaid? Like, you're 5. That's your bucket list? Like, what are you gonna go about? What's like on top of that bucket list? I've never heard from them again, but I'm like, how many other magical things did you do? Like, I gotta know. Like, have you had tea with a fairy? But like, you seen a dragon?
Right? Like, congrats to the parents, though, for trying to make, like, their 4-year-old comes and is like, I want to meet a giant, I want to swim in a waterfall, and I want to meet a mermaid. And the parents are like, oh, hey, let's do this.
First one was like, it warms my heart still. Like, I have it in my little journal, and there's a picture of, I think it's her sister, her cousin on my sides, and I'm sitting like, like this, and I got my tail up, and she's like just sitting on my back. And like, I love it. And I look at every step, and I'm just like, I wonder what she's doing.
Right, and it's so magical that you can bring that to them and be able to create these core memories we have been talking about to guarantee that's going to be a core memory for that kid.
Yeah.
And for you, because you still remember it too.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to say almost all my interactions, I genuinely remember. I might not remember the name of the kid, but I'll be like, you. And they're like, yeah, you. I'm like, yeah. Still got that shell? And they're like, yeah, it's on my nightstand. And their parents are always like, no, like, actually, that is a treasure, and they show it to every single person. Like, it's funny, because, like, even with that, translating into the regular swimming lessons I did with Learn to Swim, we had one scene, and it was pirate theme, so I was like, hey, can I, like, bring my little chest? And I got, like, little gems and, like, shells, and at the end, because the theme day is, like, the last lesson, like, just have the kids pick something from it. One kid, like, super quiet, super sweet, not gonna name drop, you know who you are if you're watching, but he picked a shell, and, like, didn't, like, show a whole lot of emotion, and, like, I pushed him really hard, and, like, I think it was his grandparents, and parents were really proud of, like, how much progress he had made, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you, like, no, you worked so hard, you, like, keep going, darling, you've got this. He's like, okay, and then he picked a shell, And then I didn't see him for a couple of months. And then, like, the next year, he came up, he's like, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah, I do. How have you been? He was with somebody else. He wasn't my student. And I don't think my kids had shown up, but, like, I don't remember if his mother or grandmother just kind of, like, slid over to me, and he's like, so you know that shell he picked from you? And I'm like, yeah, the one from the treasure chest. And she's like, no, like, it sits on his nightstand.
Aww.
Like, it is one of his precious treasures. It goes into his own little box of, like, keepsake treasures, and it's something he tells everybody about. And I'm just like, oh, I have legs, I didn't have a tail to do this, and he loves it? Wow!
That's cute.
And it's one of those things where it's like, for many it means nothing, but to some people it means everything. And, like, to me it's just like, oh yeah, like, take a shell. That's such a normal thing for me to say. But, like, to see how it actually affects kids, and even adults get excited.
Oh yeah, adults love anything magical.
Like, they do, and it's so funny because, like, we've entered a stage where, like, the documentaries have come out on, like, people who do mermaiding, and they're like, oh, your tail is fake. And I'm just like, your legs are fake. Like, what do you want from me? And I'm just like, but you don't, because this is me. What you see before you, this is my true form. This is just what I am in all of it. And, like, I always tell people, like, I'm the cryptid of Thunder Bay. If you hear somebody who's like, I saw a mermaid swim under a bridge, there's, like, an 80 to 90% chance that was me with my people. I saw fairies having a picnic in Centennial.
Yeah.
Probably me and my people. I saw witches. Yeah, we do photo shoots. Like,
That's
just what we do. So it's like, you might not know me personally as me, but every magical being that you see, there's a good chance that it is me.
Yeah, you do a lot of magical things in public.
I do. It's fun. And you know what? People love it.
Well, and it goes to show, like, as an adult doing adulty things, you don't have to lose the magic you did when you were a kid. You can just take it into adulthood. There's nothing that you reach the age of 18 or when we lost the magic when, 14 or whenever real life starts to hit people. You don't have to lose the
You're
magic.
sounding your age there, sweetie.
I'm not old. I'm young. I still have baby fat, okay?
We're in Chime, hanging out the front off the tree.
Mm-hmm.
My dog lived outside, and, like, I had some, like, starfish and, like, little jellyfish things hanging in the window with, like, blue sheer curtains. I was the mermaid house on the street. I had parents be like, my kid walks by and they're like, a mermaid lives there. They had no idea it was me, someone who actually does mermaiding. They were just like, this house, mermaid. That's it. And, like, the whole street knew.
Right?
And I was like, oh, well, that's cool.
That's a fun
Didn't know
reputation.
I didn't know I had a label. I was also Ziggy's mom's house, and Ziggy is my dog. I love him. He's a whole separate problem, which is the other reason people knew me. But yeah, it was either I was the mermaid or I was Ziggy's mom.
Yeah. When people know you by your dog.
I know everyone by their dog.
I know you know everyone by their dog. You don't remember half of your clients' names. You just know their dogs.
No, I actually have a funny story about that, too.
Ooh. Are you going to share it on the podcast?
I guess I can share it. So I had someone message me. It was yesterday. I was grooming a dog. 3, actually. They came from the same family. And this guy's name, I could probably say it because it's generic. His name's Mick. So I was grooming his dogs, and he had to go to work at 2. And I said, well, I don't know if I'm going to have all 3 of them done by 2, but I'll let you know. So then another one of my clients came in and I did their dog's nails. Then I get a message and it says, hey, it's Mick. We need to move the dog's appointment on the 28th to an earlier time instead of 10. And I thought that it was the gentleman messaging me because he worked at 2 and I wasn't going to have him done by then. So we were going to move the appointment earlier so then he could get it done before work. Their dog's name was also Mick. And so I had messaged them back being like, hey, yeah, we can move their appointment earlier so you can get to work on time and then you can come and pick them up. He's like, it's so-and-so. The dog is Mick. I'm like, oh. Yeah, forget everything I just sent you. Like, we can rebook, no problem. Like that. I can get them in later in the afternoon if you want, early in the morning, doesn't matter. Yeah, so that was my bad.
It's fun.
You and names. Just like the individual who called you and you answered your phone with, "Is he dead?"
Yeah, that one too.
He had the same name as the person who takes care of her horse. So she thought it was the horse person calling,
but it was the Reliance guy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because his name was the same, and all that popped up was his name. And I was like, oh, wow, that's weird. She's calling, because she'd never call me after hours, like, or just in general, unless he was dead. So I answer it thinking it was going to be, like, my buddy on the other line who looks after my horse. And I'm just like, is he dead? And then this man's voice comes on. I hope not. I was like, oh. He's like, who's dying? I'm like, you have the same name as the person who looks after my horse. He's like, well, I hope your horse isn't dead. I'm like, if you're not her, then I'm sure he's fine.
That would be quite the greeting to get from a stranger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll remember
What
me.
am I supposed to do about that?
And then I messaged the girl who boards my horse too, and I told her that story, and she's like, oh my God, Bailey. She's like, I'm dying. That's amazing. I'm like, oops.
I think that's my favorite phone call story.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Only you.
Unfortunately.
The confidence to just answer a phone being like, is he dead? I think even if I knew who was calling me, I would still just start with hello.
Bailey skips past the formalities.
Oh, yeah.
I was mad. I was like, if he's dead, I need to know, like, now. I don't like the beat around the bush.
Yeah.
So, like, if you got bad news, just tell me the bad news. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't beat around the bush. Just tell me. And so I usually approach conversations that I might be having with that same bluntness.
Beautiful.
Oh, gosh.
Anything else you want to ask our mermaid?
No, I think I'm okay. I don't have any questions yet.
See, I'm the prepared one this season.
You are. I might want to go to a mermaid gathering this summer. I think that would be fun. I can't swim as one. I will drown.
No, I won't let you drown.
Too much.
Too much. I might start in a creek. I think that would be fun. Because at least that way, if I do flop around like a fish, I can roll myself over. I have practiced that with this baby fat. I could do the rollover if I get tummy time.
You can make
So-
you a seal. That would be so cute.
I actually might be down for that.
Or we can make you a Pokemon mermaid. You could be a Magikarp.
I could also do that very well. I also think photos of that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I think so too. Wait for those. I'll put those on the podcast. It'll be up on Instagram.
Let me know if you want to see me flopping around as a Magikarp and a seal, because I will do both.
It's true.
And we will post them.
Will we? Is that a Patreon kind of thing? Or that could be a
We'll
Patreon
do
kind of
one free post. If you want the sexy Magikarp or the sexy seal, you gotta pay for that. All right? Because who knows? When I roll downhill, my pants come off. So who knows what's gonna come off if I
It's
start acting
true.
like a
There's
Magikarp
video
or a
of
seal.
that.
There
We're
is.
just gonna roll you into the lake. You're going right into Superior. It's gonna be great.
It'll be like one of those magic shows when I just roll down and all of a sudden my clothes start falling off.
I wait, to be fair, mermaids don't wear.
Right? It's like one of those quick change events.
Clam brows optional.
This is taking a weird turn.
But that's the whole shebang. So tune in next time when we talk about something else. But all right, everyone, have a great day. Like, follow us on YouTube, and cheers. That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram, where we drop teasers for the next show, and our Discord account. Links are down below.